Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars Week 66, Day 1. So, also I just realized that a second part of the title is wrong, whoops. Whoops, before we start, let me go fix that real quick. I didn't realize I didn't change that, or maybe if I click refresh I did. No, I don't think I did. So what are we doing today? We're doing Green Guild War. We're doing Primal Rift Faction and probably some PvP. And really that's everything. Yep, okay, let's make that the title. Can't get too creative with them. I think we've ran through every single possible title for stream titles, unless there's like specifically new content. So easier just saying what exactly we're doing. But anyways, of course, first things first, Guild Wars, and we're still trying to recruit. We're basically just doing Guild Wars for fun. Because there's no way we're winning this week. It's not even remotely going to happen. But if anyone's still interested in joining the guild, we do still have 8 spots left. Obviously, we're not winning Guild Wars this week because, well, we're missing 8 people. So that's not happening. But if anyone still wants to join in, we should still be bracket 3 or 4 after this. We're currently in bracket 2. Obviously, last place in bracket 2. Because there's no way we're going to survive with missing 8 people. But yeah, we should be back to normal after this Guild War week for the most part. As far as our progress through everything, all the weekly events and through Guild Wars and everything. So yeah, should be good to go. Just need to go get 8 more people in the next few weeks, or ideally the next week or two. If anyone's still interested, if you could do 1 million plus gold and still looking for a guild, we have space, plenty of space. Okay, next order of business. Guild Wars, let's get into this. So, we're currently, of course, on Green Guild War, trying to get through that. We are not using that. We are using, where's our green team? I believe we were going to go use the Tina mech team. I was slightly considering to revamp this. Let's see, what were the main 2 I was trying to go and revamp? I might stick with this, though we could go the Wild Queen route. Yeah, I believe it was Defend Green and Defend Purple were the 2 main ones I wanted to switch up. Yes, those were, I believe, the main 2. Oh, no, actually, no, it wasn't. It was Defend Purple and Defend Brown. I ended up deciding that I probably wanted to keep the green. It's kind of iffy on if I ditched it or not. Oops, that's not the right one. I meant Guild War green. But yeah, it was the purple and brown that we're gonna go switch. I guess this works. Like, it has everything we need. We have the +1 for that. We didn't go Jar. We didn't go Tina. The biggest issue is we do have to luck on Tina. We'll give it another shot and see how it goes this week. And just double check one last time it is green. I have yet to ever use one on the wrong color. Let me make sure it is correct and go from there. Hey, hello everyone! Hello William, hello Isabel, hello Polly, hello Michael, hello Outlander, hello John, hello Captain, hello Corn, and hello everyone else. Welcome. Hey, we got to reflect right off the beginning. Nice. That might help slightly. Okay, so we got some skulls in play. I can't really do much with them. Also, what on earth happened with Spirit Fox's thing? Wait, what's with all the icons being off? I'm not still in the beta, right? Or maybe it was from switching the beta that ended up doing that. Luckily, there's not really something I can accidentally show on this screen. There's only like 2 screens where I could accidentally go on where it would accidentally show something. So I need to go switch it if it is. I don't think it is. It wasn't doing this earlier, though me switching back and forth might have glitched it out some. I wouldn't be surprised. Tina, can you get lucky enough? Well, first things first, let's Spirit Fox. So we can reduce the luck a little bit by already getting a poke on it. I still cast key from it too. So now we can go for a Tina. Before we do, are we frozen on brown? Yes. Are we frozen on purple? Probably not. Yes, actually we are. Wow, we're frozen on everything right now. I guess we go for Tina and just hope for the best. Now we go for Explosion and hope for the best. I'm actually gonna go for that just because of extra turn potential. Nope, that's not good. Ah, it's not good. That is super not good. Also, isn't that normally a red Guild War defense? A little bit weird using it on this day, but it looks like it is gonna decimate us. Ah, good old skull spam, gonna 1-turn us. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that? Really, first battle, we're already down 1. That's not good. Maybe we do need to go down the skull spam route, or is every single one of them gonna go that? We could rush down the Glaceon and just go to Tina team then. I might give it a shot. It's a little bit risky. But I do think we go for it and just go all into the damage. So, oh, I still have that filter saved. Let me clear that. Save. from earlier. Let me go get a web spinner in this. The skull spam counter. Okay, we are gonna go the skull spam counter to the skull spam counter. And if nothing else, we get to use Wild Queen. I forget what the full composition actually is for this, because normally I use it with the purple version. I know there's something for it. Oh yeah, we also got Aquaticus now for it. I don't think we would need it though. The main thing we need is a utility troop to keep first slot from dying. I believe we use just Queen Aurora for that and just go mana oriented. So we can spam it a bit more. Use it for protection and then just go get a yellow-red. What was the other color that we needed? Just that? What are we still missing? Technically yellow-red-blue, but probably just yellow-red. Yeah, because yellow-red-blue is not a good option. That's what I thought. And that leaves us mostly with a Yagway. As far as what we choose, unless we go put something hero related, but I don't think we're gonna need that. But I'm pretty sure the option here is Yagway. Hina, not so much. Yeah, we'll just go put that there. And it's fine that we denied our color slightly. That should be fine. Should be fine. And though that still doesn't have like an anti-skull, but the whole goal is that we get to kill them quicker. I still wish Queen Aurora had cleanse. Would be very helpful. But we'll probably just go for a double green. I don't think we minus anything. Actually, that's a triple green if we go double green. So yeah, we'll probably go standard +2 green then. Where is standard +2 green? As far as the Thorns banner, wherever that is, right there. Okay, let's go give this a shot. Should be fine. Hero class doesn't matter now since we're just set to this. And all we really need to do is get the initial rush down. You know what? I almost feel like putting Leprechaun there. Leprechaun would probably help us more than a Queen Aurora. It's pretty sad when a ultra rare can be better than a mythic. But then we don't use yellow. And we also don't have as much of a HP gain. Oh no, we'll go for Queen Aurora and risk it. It'll be better if the game lasts a while. However, these battles, if they're going to keep using this team, is not going to last a while. We're either going to win there instantly or they're going to win there instantly. They're going to keep using that. Also, the graphics still glitched. Let's see. Also, hello, Joseph. I've been doing good. Hello, John. Yeah, this team is really strong. I use it for one of my defend days, too. Except I'm not sure if I use Graveseer. Probably should. I actually forget what the full composition was. I think I might have used one slightly different troop. But, yeah, it's really strong. Here's the problem with not using Leprechaun immediately. Oh, we use every color on +1s as well. So we can start feeding something like Queen Aurora and go down that route. Alright, we got an Entangle on us. That's not the end of the world, though, with this team composition. Okay, we should be good to go now, as long as he doesn't win, and he doesn't there. What's the best way to go about this? Probably take Skull and then green. But then again, that's not going to clear enough board. See real quick, though. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. Ooh, don't die on us. Don't need that slot. Probably purple at this point. There we go. And now we could Wild Queen and start getting things rolling a bit. So as long as Wild Queen hits here... Oh no, never mind. The attack is going to get wasted. Let's get rid of the hero thing's attack. Actually, I probably should have just done it on Glaceon. Because Glaceon's definitely going to outlive the... well, it still would have killed with the damage there. But it's going to outlive the poke. And he ends up getting Retangle. What exactly is re-entangling on this team? Oh yeah, you end up getting Entangle every purple, don't you? That's what's re-entangling. Okay, we'll go take a skull right over there. Blue right over here. Brown right over here. Oh, so this is the first time we've been in bracket 2 again for a while. All the really strong teams are here again. With higher stats. Or same stats as ours. Though it's kind of weird that he still has that lower rarity. Both of those two. The combo still goes, though. We're actually going to double lose to this. That'd be funny if the entire team is using that. I need to double check. What is my defend team set to for that? I know I use that as on a defend team as well. I'm not sure if I use it specifically on today, though. I think I use it... Yeah, I believe I use it today. I use it for... Actually, I might use it on red counter instead of green counter. Yeah, I do, because I use the Gimlet version. Yeah, I use the same thing. Slightly different order, though. I use it in reverse order with... I guess you would put the hero in second slot then, because it's tankier than the Graves here. So, this is set up to counter Green Day, though. So, I don't know. I guess I still keep it down there because it's the counter the other day. Though it is still tankier nonetheless. So I ran it with Frost Mage. What did I end up running it with? I assume that everyone's using the same thing, yeah. Oh, no, it's still with Frost Mage. What's the other person using it with then? I don't think it was Frost Mage. Also, am I using the patch on accident? No, I'm not. Then why is it all glitched? That's really strange. Why is all the icons glitched all of a sudden? I guess just from switching back and forth. Weird. Probably just a temporary bug. I need to try thinking of a counter for this if everyone's going to be running it this day on Guild War. We need like a really, really good anti-skull. The problem is we can't just Doom Skull counter because Doom Skull counter will, well, like if we go and just entangle them, that's not going to do anything. Restart the game? I could try real quick. Let me see if that does anything. We'll give it a shot. It might be just as simple as that. Well, we'll see. Restart the game. If it'll close any second now. This is probably force closed it. Also, it would help if I actually open up Steam and go reload it real quick. Steam, reload. Actually, Steam updating? What's it doing? Damn. It like did the uploading thing and then like didn't. Or the updating thing. Loading, loading, loading. That's the only problem when you set your stream to prioritize over every other program. Is, yeah, it does that. I might need to adjust those settings on it too. Steam. Wanna load? So I can relaunch the game? Possibly. You never know. Maybe. It's time like this. It's like, yeah, we need a new computer and connection. Connection will be situated hopefully in about 2 months from now. New computer possibly as well. During Cyber Monday and like the Black Friday sales and everything, I am going to consider getting a new one finally. I'll still be keeping this as a side computer for stuff, maybe just to have chat open and small things like that. And probably still to make thumbnails because I'm not sure if I'm going to be exporting all my Adobe programs over. I remember last time it was pretty easy to do that when I did it from my last laptop to my new one. However, I'm skeptical if it'll work again. And I don't need to lose those programs. I'm pretty sure they have a support page thingy for it. Also, Steam, do you want to work today? Hello? I've never seen it do this before. Like a, it's like a white screen. Steam? Hello? It has like a little mini thing all the way in the top left as if it like loaded in a like, within a few pixels. But still says it's not responding. Strange. Technical difficulties. They destroyed us so hard in Guild Wars it gave us technical difficulties. Actually, I can't even see chat right now because it's trying to take up the whole screen with it. There we go. There we go. Now let's restart Steam. No, I'm not using Creative Cloud. I'm using CS5. No, I generally don't use subscription-based services, generally. Or I avoid them as much as I possibly can. If there's a buy a single time option compared to a subscription option, I always buy single time. I've had the program for like 6 years now, or actually 7, somewhere around there. And it would cost like twice as much by this point if I was to have the clouds thing every single month. It's like 30-something bucks or something. Unless you just get one program. Yeah, I needed it for high school for one of my classes. Which is why I still have it. I ended up buying the normal version instead of just a student version, though. Wasn't that big of a price difference, and I figured I'd need it into the future. Okay, now that this wants to load, let's go back to Gems of War already. Okay. There we go. And I'll just launch it. Launch. And there we go. Be good to go. As I keep forgetting how much different Steam looks now. Ever since they changed it a few weeks ago. Is it loading? Yeah, it's loading. It is a loading. Let's see. Do you have 5 honors? Do you plan on giving 2 out tonight and not get wasted? And have 5 tomorrow? Yeah, we're going to be giving out 5 tomorrow. Also, why is it not launching? There we go. It says it's launching and it's like, nope, no launch for you. Hey, stream hasn't died yet, though. Success. Gems of War, why stop load? You tried for a second. Okay, there you go. And move this over to the side. And we're good to go. Okay. Should be back to normal now. A launchy launch. Okay. So, let's go and head back to Guild Wars. See if they fixed the glitch now. From completely reloading Steam and everything. Next order of business. Battle. Still at number 1. Okay, let's go find a revamp team now. For anti that team. So we have to deal with freeze. We have to deal with skull spam. And we have to deal with anti-green. So first thing that comes to mind is build an entire team around a Mercy World Breaker then. Oh no, but he also has Submerge. And we have to build around the fact he has Submerge. Wow, okay. What's a good yellow? Oh, Quaticus. Aha. It's not good. It's Submerge is gonna do nothing though. But that does bypass everything and feeds into it. I don't know. Do we go 1 Mercy or multi-Mercy? I'm thinking 1 Mercy. And just have something else to feed it mana. But then we have like the whole Jar of Eyes issue and everything. Like if we want to go down Jar of Eyes route. Let me double check greens again. Rebuilding. Oh yeah, we have Apothecary spam. Is there like a really good brown to put into? I don't believe so. For Green Day. Miner's an option. Has a chance of cleanse. It's not consistent enough to bother going for though. Famine's a thing. Remember when we used to use Famine? That's still technically viable. Let's see. You use St. Astro Troop for durability. We could think of a human team to build around that if we wanted to. It wastes its turn every cast though. Hey, we got Truffle. Yeah, I believe we are going to need to go the Leprechaun route. It seems very enticing. Just to put a Leprechaun there at a quick start. Because that's the only way we're going to outspeed it. Same as when we put Queen Aurora there instead of Leprechaun. We should just probably win Leprechaun. I don't think we can realistically cover every color. Trying to think of like a cleanse option that works for this. If only there was a patch that would bring in more cleanse. No. Let's see. Possibly. Let's see. What do we need here? What are we missing at the moment? Like, what is this mythic? I'm just curious. Grab that. Tina! Or Ketris. Though Ketris not so much in this context. Apothecary? We could Apothecary into... Actually, if we're gonna go Tina, we could Apothecary it. I don't have a summoner, though. That would be a little bit weird, but we can go, Apothecary there now. He's creating a bunch of purple, though, which makes me want to use Mercy. He's converting green to purple, which is the main reason why I want to use Mercy for purple to yellow. I think we don't go that. We need either this or, he's creating all the purples for us. Oh, well, then again, we don't need two things to convert it. What's the, brown option of this? I know Sylvania Moore is, like, one of the only few. However, running a Sylvania Moore here wouldn't be too bad, and we just go, Aquaticus solo damage. And kill it just with that. Wild Queen, no. No. Oh, no. Wouldn't be horrific. Ideally, we'd want a summoner. Vashtagon! No. Though, is it no? Yeah, it's probably no. Because what are we going to do to resummon? It only keeps doing the thing. Target. We don't have a resummon underneath brown-green, do we? Mushroom. I highly doubt that was even going to be viable. Figures. We don't actually have a resummon off this. You're bracket 3 and did it with that. Oh, that's the wrong brackets, though. I can go and check it real quick. Manage team. Paste team. Let's see. Where's the brackets? Doomglaive, Apothecary, Wild Queen, Possessed King. It seems like it's going to have the same slow start, but it does use Titan, though, for the tank. My biggest concern is we get skull spammed and lose it immediately. Hey, what does Doomglaive convert again? Isn't it brown? Yeah, it converts up brown. There's not going to be too many browns on the board. We could give it a shot, though. We'll consider it. I'll keep it on my copy-paste. I do want to try going down the Mercy route, though. This is the main thing I'm trying to build around right now in order to make it work against the thing. Might even ditch Leprechaun since we could probably just go Mercy alone to do it. Though Leprechaun is really enticing to use, though. Could still go Doom Weapon. Well, we'd have to go green Doom Weapon if we were to go Doom Weapon. I'm just not sure if first slot's going to be where we put it. So what are we still missing? We're missing brown, we're missing red, and we're missing purple. Like, still Wild Queen. Oh, that only covers one, though, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. It covers two. We could Wild Queen and then, and just Tank Hero. Oh, but there's not a good weapon underneath that coloration, I don't think. I don't think there is. If we can get the, bonuses on one of them, it might work. I should probably have the Aquaticus up front of it. Let's see. And then we just go for the, thing up front. Ruby Staff. I'm personally not a fan of using one-colored hero weapons, though they can work in first slot as a tank. We can, of course, do that if we need. Let me just double-check what green red is. Hope's Crescent. Not going to get us that far, though. Where are all the mana-generating ones? There we go. That's Silverglade. That's not going to help us. We have Divine, Elemental from Atlantis, Elemental. Too bad Elemental Bow doesn't work under discoloration. Hope's Crescent is the strongest one. Eliminate the armor from an enemy and deal 32 damage. If the enemy's life is greater, deal triple. In first thought, that's not necessarily the worst of options. And then we just change our class. I'm gonna give this a shot, just for now, and switch to something like Titan. Titan almost might be worth even setting something that has 40% score reduction to make sure it works. Let me go for Not Enrage for this. Oh, that reminds me on the copy-paste teams. I forgot to change them for that. This should be fine. Give this a shot. Oh, I might need to change banner, though. That I do. We need to switch into a yellow, green. And I will minus blue. Oh, but then, Mercy's gonna be a bit awkward if I do that. Because they both minus blue. I guess a standard green-yellow would be fine. I'm so tempted to just put that in, like, double green or something. But that might be a little bit overkill for Hope's Crescent. I do want her getting some amount of yellow. I don't know. I guess we'll just go double yellow, or double green, actually. Oh, no, but they're going to be countering it. Maybe just a double yellow. Just for the sake of this battle. And we could change it later. Because it's really important that Aquaticus gets up. And then we do our explosion and go from there. And feed back to it off of Graveseer's convert. Which should technically be helping us. This could probably fail again, but I do want to mess around with this. This Guild War week, we're going to do a lot of testing. Where we could quite literally go 0-5. I'm probably going to, given that we're already on this trend, and that we guarantee aren't going to make Guild Wars anyways, and since we're in bracket 2 right now, I think we're going to try a different team every single battle for this entire week. That seems like a good game plan, just to figure out things. And if we already know that the team's not going to be as good. I do like this premise, though, assuming that they're using Graveseer. So it wouldn't be good against everything, though. But specifically, this whole team is built around countering that Graveseer and to start quicker than they start. Is the goal here. I might need to try this one again, because this feels like an outlier. This battle's going way too good. I don't think we're going to overkill it yet, so we'll do that just in case. And good thing I did, because it didn't overkill. And an Aquaticus. Is that enough to kill right now? No. The only problem is that only does triple if our life is lower. It assumes we're going to take damage on it, but we didn't. I don't think I can kill it this turn, can I? What's that, 42? No, that's not enough damage. This is, do that into the explosion there. Oh, that worked. Oh, this is our last battle, though. Let me see what that other team is. We're at, never mind. This is our 4th battle. So we could try this one more time and then try one other one. I assume they're all using the same thing. Yeah, they are. Oh, he doesn't have his Doomed Blade upgraded, though. Let's see. Let me double check what this one team was. Oops, it's not coming up because YouTube hates codes for whatever reason. It assumes that's spam. Let me see. Paste team. Ruby Staff, Glitter Claw, Fake Hap. Why Fake Hap? Boosted by Fae. There's a 50% chance of disease random enemy. I like this team except for maybe Fae Cap. I'd probably put Yagoi or something there. Not sure why the Fae Cap. Scatter. And chance disease. This late in the game, Fae Cap wouldn't work. But aside from that, it seems like it could work. Alright, let's go try this again. I think this is how we're going to need to do it. Start Mercy countering the Graveseer. Seems like the way to go. Oh, that Spore is bad, though. That's a really bad starting board. Is there any way I can stop his extra turn? Actually, it looks like the answer is yes, surprisingly. Do that. I don't think he gets extra turn off of that. Barely. Also, how do we not have our Mercy alignment on that? Wow. We'll take that for now. We somehow still have no Mercy. I'm gonna go Wild Queen, even though we're currently entangled. Because we should be able to Mercy soon, even if I just do it on that. Good, he did damage Hero some. Not enough, though. I actually do need it damaging Hero, oddly enough. So we are frozen. I think I still go for it. I kind of want a Mercy. And then just act out of it. Problem is he's going to get entangled off the extra turn and I can't stop it. Might just have to take the mana. Okay, he damaged that some, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Because now we can go one-shot anything we want. However, it's not going to live from us doing that. Because we're going to be slightly under. If Mercy had alignment, now would be a perfect time to cast her. But she does not. So we might just have to take a 1-to-1 trade. And kill out his first slot. We can kill out any one troop we want right now. And given Glaceon's full mana, I'm tempted to do Glaceon. However, a Glaceon cast right now would completely fail. So maybe we don't target Glaceon. Though he also counters out our yellow. Well, this team has like every single convert it needs to counter out almost everything, gosh. We're just gonna get rid of the Doomblade. I don't know, every single thing is a threat except for Graveseer, pretty much. Given the type of damage we do, I guess we do take out first slot. And the fact that he has mana right now. So that obviously kills our hero. That is to be expected. But now we can get a Mercy. That gets that. Throw Aquaticus down. Actually, we could throw Graveseer down right now. Let me get that. I mean, not Graveseer, I mean Wild Queen. That down. Okay, looks like we had to lose a troop for it, but we do win here. There's just a little bit of a delayed Mercy. And he ruined my alignment. I'll take the brown there. See if we have a drop. Doesn't look like it. We'll take a skull. Try for brown off a sky. Didn't get it, but never mind. We already won. I like the premise of this. I'm just not sure if it'll win every single time. Another suggestion. Let me see what this one is. We might just try just to do a different team. I'll do it off a different slot though, probably. Essence, Yagway, Ketris, and Tapon. I've used something like this before. I don't think I used it with Ketris though. I used Essence, Yagway, Tapon, and one other option. Because I tried building Yagway Queen Titania in a green version. And ended up going to Essence of Evil route. I feel like it starts too slow though. If you don't have Tapon alignment, I think again, we're dependent on Mercy alignment with what we're using right now. Essence of Evil you would normally just throw on probably the Doom weapon in second slot. Unless you really just need an Entangle on first. This team does not have an Entangle option too with that hero class set. I'm not sure if you'd actually run that with Frost Mage or not. I still feel like you need a tank up front. Try the first option, you didn't like the second one. What was the first option? Which one? The one that you said for 9,600? I can go double check that again. Wait, we already checked that team, didn't we? Wasn't that the one we already checked? Let me go re-bracket it. Let me see. This team come out too. Doomblade, I guess I'll give it a shot. We have to rush Apothecary pretty quick though. I'll give it a shot. Let me do it over a different slot though. Because I might be keeping this in case we do find this again. Because I actually do like it against it. Plus we get to use Wild Queen again and Aquaticus. I'm gonna get rid of this one. I don't think I'm gonna be using Glory Farming that much. It was mostly just for the video. Let's see, and just rename this Green GW. Can I type a U? There we go. Okay, so let's give it a shot. I don't think I need to change anything up with it. Oh, what's Titan set to? That I might. Yes, 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 and yeah, okay, that's fine. There we go. Okay, give this a shot. And obviously we're up against the same thing again, because why wouldn't we? Oh no, actually no, we're not. He replaced out Graveseer. Well, good thing we switched, because our other team was set more so towards Graveseer counter. The perfect switch time. Actually helps us a lot, since we're using a lot of brown heavy stuff. Oh, that was a quick start. So that was because we got a 5 times right off the start. That was like the first time that we used the other one. So of course Possessed King helps us stay going once we do get going. The fact that we don't use some colors allows us to not get frozen on it. Which is nice. Like, it's impossible for us to get frozen on red and, red the only color we're missing? Yeah, it's just impossible for us to get frozen on red then. So this converts away, so we'll go for that. Oh, I see, because you'd get the brown and they can convert it away. I should probably double check the board a bit more, but let's go steal this in case it misses. It'll skull poke us a few times with barely any skull damage. But then we could just go and obliterate it. Yeah, that's aligned. And it was kill it with that. Merge, but that's not going to be too big a deal. Grab another Apothecary, double check where we can put it though. We need an extra turn, and for alignment, looks like we just have to do it on blue. That should be fine. So we'll do that. Do we have alignment? No. So that means Wild Queen. Do it down the line, in case they miss. And nope, didn't miss, and as dead. Okay, I see. Maybe we'll need to try that for the entirety of it. Because the we can get a lot of brown alignment, and given that we don't use the color, we can actually strategically use the fact that we're not using a color in order to counter it out. Also, it feels so weird seeing like the full amount of battles and still being behind. So even with our full amount of battles, we're like way behind. I think it's because the guild hasn't been used to like fighting in bracket 2 for like ages now. That's probably the main reason why. But yeah, it looks like we already knew we were gonna go downwards. So at this point, we're going to want to try to fight Interim to keep above them. How many guild members do they have? A full guild? Yeah, we're probably not passing Interim then. Unless they do horrifically bad. But we'll see. You never know. They could. Ideally, we won't make last place. I'm actually not 100% certain if last place goes down by 2 brackets. If so, we go from bracket 2 all the way to bracket 4. But after that point, we should be repaired enough with the guild that it should be fine for us to start moving back. Also, bracket 3 to 5 have the exact same loot. So if we move down to 3 or move down to 4, they're theoretically the same. The only real difference, actually, even bracket 2, I believe, is almost the same. Bracket 2 is slightly better loot. It's 4 more of that, 2,000 gold, and 25 gems. Not that much, though. But there is a slight difference in being in bracket 2 compared to bracket 3, 4, 5. Bracket 3, 4, 5 gets this loot. 16 of the troop, 8,000 gold, and 100 gems. As long as we don't fall behind that, that's like the baseline of where we'd want to be. And it only gets higher if we can reach bracket 2 or higher, which is where we're currently at now. At least for right now, until next week. But anyways, so yeah, I think we'll give that a shot for next month's thing. If nothing else, it has a good board presence. And who can go wrong with Apothecary? I'm looking for... I'm really curious. Maybe we should try this week. New strategy for this week, other than the fact that we're going to be trying a bunch of teams. But I think one strategy that we might try this week is build no team, or build every single team around Doom Weapon. Because now we finally have, as of a couple weeks ago, we finally have every single Doom Weapon at max. So this might be the week that we just go around and test every single possible Doom Weapon with a team. And go from there. So I think that's what we'll do. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to revamp every single team right now, though, to that. Let's see what tomorrow's is, at least. So, and build a team around Doom Weapon that. So, Doom Weapon yellow is our target. And we could use Divine Ishbala Quillen combo with that. Do one of those create the thing that yellow converts? No, because you would need purple for that. That wouldn't work as well. Is there a yellow that creates purple? With a convert. No. Yes, Gravesteer, technically. Not sure we'd want to use that, though. So it does feed into Divine Ishbala. It doesn't have as much control as an Apothecary, though. I was hoping for, like, a normal converter, like Mercy... I mean, like a Green Seer, Giant Spider, Valkyrie, stuff like that. Apothecary. I think we'll just stick with what we have, actually, for that one. I'm not sure if we could fit a yellow weapon on it. Oh, we theoretically could. Get rid of Rope Dart, put a yellow weapon on top. Boom, triple Doom weapon. I guess it's technically worth it. We're gonna have excess yellow off of Gorgolfa. If we had a Rope Dart, I don't think it might be needed, though. We're gonna have so much excess yellow from using Priest that it might be fine. Oh, no, just for fun, we might as well. It's not that big of a change to this team. Where's the Doom Blade? Because now we finally have Doom Dax, something we didn't have prior. But, yeah, that converts out purple. And then we can just get that off of a Gorgolfa Explosion. And we're just using Priest for all-in everything. Let me double check. We don't have Yellow Storm set, correct? Yellow Storm would be redundant with our other thing that we have. Yep, just give 3 starting mana to itself, which is 12 free damage to the enemy. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, we'll try that. That might be slightly weaker than Rope Dart just because we gain less mana. But it would give us a great Doomskull convert. Hey, Doom Dax! Oh wait, that's actually really funny, the team that we're up against right now. That almost looks like the exact team. That's really funny. That basically looks like what our team is right now in reverse, except he's using Titan in first slot. Why is he using Gorgolfa in last, though? That is really, really odd. You don't ever use Gorgolfa in last. That is like the last place you would ever put a Gorgolfa, his last spot. He's a first slot like 99% of the time, and ever so occasionally, very excessively situationally, a second slot. Okay, so he just converted out what we were going to try to convert out, so that's a slight fail, but we can just go for... No! Oh no, one problem with that weapon. It drains all yellow mana by 2 on the opposing team, so he just drained us. And he's about to drain us again. No, he's destroying us with our own weapon. Fail. Please don't have a follow-up skull. Well, that's still killed. Oh, we still have the combo. Fail. I would say that's an outlier. That is definitely an outlier. That's pretty funny. We should be fine though. If Gorgotha will ever die. I'll take that over. Grab that and I should be dead. We almost got countered by our own team in reverse. Or pretty much our own team in reverse. I honestly don't know why he's using it in that order. It's a really, really strange order to have it in. And he's dead. Kind of. Unless he got revived. Okay, let's try it again without failing as hard. That 2 mana drain just completely decimated us that battle. We'll just take the... well, neither of these battles are real. Let's clear this out real quick and then do it again. Wait, I can give out 2 honor tonight and 5 honor tomorrow? Oh yeah, I guess that would be a thing. Wait, would it have generated enough by then? Oops, I just made the screen the wrong size. Also, that's a real gnome, by the way. You go kill that. Go get our man off of that. Also, it's going to bother me if I don't fix it now. Let me go get the dimensions fixed. Graphics. It went down by 4 when I accidentally tweaked it. They ended up making one of the previous patches so you couldn't, like, drag them, but then they undid it for whatever reason. Really weird. So you couldn't, like, drag the edges. It was still possible to drag the edges even when they made it impossible to drag the edges, so maybe that's why they reverted it. Oh, don't you dare. Good. That would have been a fail. Do we have alignment? I feel like we should, but it doesn't seem like we do. For Goltha again. There we go. And now that should be the win. Doomed Blade cannot be used. What other alignment? Take that for now. Might still just do the Doomed Blade for the sheer damage that it does. Yeah, we'll cool in and then go into everything else. Not gonna stop the full chain. Or will he? Stop most of it. How many extra turns do you want? Okay, we'll go grab, nope, let's take that over. And that's match. We do that into Doomblade. And that should go. See, did we get a vault key or something good? 30,000 gold, not bad. Is much worse drops than that, that's for sure. Let me see, how much honor do I have? Oh yeah, I do have 5, you're right. I could give out 2 today and 2 tomorrow. What should I do it based on? What should I do it based on? Hello, Tacet. Bill Warhammer already doing it. Fine, we'll give 1 to Bill. And also, who's the person that ended up suggesting the... who is, the raid? What's your, thing? Are you on PC Mobile? I'll go give you an honor if you aren't already maxed. Because that was very helpful. Let's give you a high 5. Hey, who is, the raid? I should go give you a helpful. Since we're using your team now. At least for that one day, anyways. For, to try it for next Guild War. The, yellow team. For the Apothecary thing. So we just do Doomblade to, Apothecary. Let's see. Try this again. Oh, you're already maxed. Never mind. What should we give the other one based on? I got a Google survey about you in one of your videos. Which one? A Google survey? Well, feel free to link it. Or just send it to me privately if you wanted to do it that way. But, yeah, either or. Anyone see the new trailer for The Last of Us 2? I have not. Is that a TV show? I'm not even certain. That's how little I know about that. So I don't watch anything TV related, so I have to assume that's a TV show. Because if I know absolutely nothing about it, it's probably some kind of series. We'll go for that. Get our man up. Is it a video game? I have no clue. Apparently. Oh, it's an exclusive game on PS3. That would explain why I don't know it. I don't know what any of the exclusives are on PlayStation or Xbox. I have yet to see one exclusive on either platform that I've ever liked, personally. It's mostly just because the gaming that I like is just way different than the kind of games they tend to publish. Get that over. And then we'll grab that. And he is dead. Mostly. I guess we'll just go for explosion and kill it out. And he's dead. Oh, unless he summons. Gonna have to kill him a billion times. Do we have a convert there? No, we'll take that over. Grab the purple thingy, and that should be enough damage. There we go. Wait, does that thing have burn on it? Never realized that. I don't think we can hero synergize that, though. That'd be a little bit far out of our way. We really need a better hero class that has triple burning on skulls. Sunspear and, what was the other one? Sunspear and Dragon Guard are like the only two that do it decently, kind of. First game that ever brought a tear to your eyes. I think I've cried for a couple. I know the most recent one was probably Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I don't think I ever did for, no, I definitely didn't for, Three Houses, though. There were some pretty decent cutscenes in Three Houses, but none of them were, like, tear-jerking. Oh, actually, there was one thing that was slightly tear-jerking, though. Though if I say what it is 100% spoiler what it is, so I probably shouldn't mention it for the people who haven't actually played through it yet. But there is one moment, and you'll know exactly when it is, that's in every single playthrough, that is slightly tear-jerking. And you'll know exactly what it is the second it happens. Though following video game logic, you could have seen it coming from a mile away. But I won't spoil it. Because it's a pretty big moment in the series, or in the playthrough, in every house. But anyways, so we tested that team enough. Let's go do other stuff. We have like a billion other things that we need to go mess around with today. First one is let's go do all the dailies and then hand out the code, and then let's go do factions because we still have a lot of factions to do. So we need to get on that. Okay. Anyways, let me go and do quick team for this. Let's just go to Explorer, grab this out. They were not around for Eric's death in Final Fantasy VII. Nope, I have not played a single Final Fantasy game. But it does seem like a series I would like. I just never really gotten around to it. Mainly because being able to accumulate all of the older games for that is somewhat hard. And I'd want to go through the entire series. And I don't believe there's any viable way to currently cheaply get the entire series of Final Fantasy. All on one platform. Because I wouldn't want to just do it in patches. If I'm going to start getting into Final Fantasy, I'm going to be running through the entire series. In either chronological order or from 1 all the way to whatever present is. I have no clue how far it currently is. It is something I do eventually want to do. But I believe the pricing to do something like that is like over $500? Probably even more. And I'm not even sure you can do it all on one platform currently. And even if you can, I don't believe that platform is PC. And if it's a different console other than Switch, which it most likely would be, I wouldn't be able to. Because I don't own the console. That is something I do eventually want to do. I just wouldn't want to start like part of it and then not do all of them. If I'm gonna do it, we're doing all of them. Every last one of them. That is something I'll eventually do. Just no time soon, obviously. It's only a matter of time before they do like a full collector's thing. Release like the entire series in one. Or at least a good number of them in one. I had no problem, Charles. Hey, for any of you that didn't catch it, we did post a video a little bit later than normal, but still came up earlier. Posted a lot of teams for it since I had a little bit more time to make up for it. Also, yeah, we had the yellow deeds today. I didn't really make much mention of that, but of course deeds are nice, yellow not so much. Currently put them into, I'm currently putting them into Pan's Veil for Warrens. However, if you're looking into future factions, one thing that you might want to put it into is Divinian Fields. Divinian Fields is the next faction. Or at least the next faction that uses yellow, I should say. Is the entire series around 2,000 hours? Is that series really that long? I know the game's going for a while. I didn't realize it was that long of a while. Really? 2K hours? That's a project. We might eventually do it, though. Though I didn't realize it was that long. That is very, 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 very long. You'd watch Tacet doing game reviews. I've considered doing them before. I'm just really, 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 really ridiculously ultra bad at video editing. Like, if this channel ever gets big enough, I want to get edited videos, but literally just hire someone for it. Because honestly, I am so ridiculously bad at video editing. Unless this is something like really, really minor, I'd rather just hire someone for it, and hopefully the channel would be profitable enough at that point. Also, Rowan is like 0 damage now. Also, why on earth am I using Rowan for this battle? Let's see. We'll store that for now. It's good to almost like no damage. I do need to get better at video editing, though. But realistically, once I get around like 50k subscribers, I could probably afford to hire one editor. Let's see, we'll move that over. No, that's a while from now. That's a while from now. I do need to learn to get a little bit better at it. I'll go grab here. The other slight issue with doing reviews is all channel's also not really big enough to get review copies normally. At least not where it's currently at. And starting up a channel specifically on reviews, well, of course this channel is based on other stuff. Obviously it would be. But it definitely has an upfront cost to it. Because if you're reviewing one game per week that you have to pay money out for, that comes out to like approximately $250 a month. And just review things, since it'll be really hard to get review copies of stuff. And if it is, it's going to be of like really, really small indie games. What do we take here? There's a lot of things that ironically are really hard to get into unless you're already into it. Like as far as like, you have to be already, it's really ironic. You have to already be popular in something in order to really get exposure for something. Which is a weird way that everything is. It kind of reminds me of like the job market right now, where you like need multiple years of experience for almost like every single job. And then like, where's all the entry-level jobs? Because every single one Even stuff like McDonald's normally and stuff like that. It's like, okay, you need like 2 or 3 years experience. It's like, yeah, we don't. Like, how do we initially get that? Like, McDonald's and stuff were supposed to like be those entry-level jobs, but now they're not because they're starting to get automated away with the all the machines and everything. Wouldn't be surprised if they're like fully automated in another decade. There's still some McDonald's by me because the area is still a little bit under that. There's still McDonald's by me that aren't like automated yet with those like little machine things. So much so that when I went to Chicago, I was like, oh yeah, this is like a new thing. And then I like started looking around at some of the McDonald's like further away from my area, and it's like, oh, never mind, they're all automating or trying to reach that point. There's still some near me that haven't yet. I know they were trying to do that in every single possible store within the next 2 years, I believe it was though. Is this my full-time gig? At the moment, for the most part, yes. I've done quite a few other things for side money though in the past. The biggest, most profitable thing I've ever done is flea marketing. Flea marketing with a combination of eBay at the time. Also just trading some stuff on Steam back when Steam's market was really easy to make money off of. These days, not even remotely. So, but yeah, I was doing all three of those simultaneously. I was using Steam, so I never needed to pay for any money for games. I just flipped Dota 2 items to make a profit. So I could just constantly keep buying games without spending any actual money. eBay, I was mostly just selling stuff that I couldn't sell at markets or higher dollar things that wouldn't sell at markets, and also to buy stuff that I could sell at markets that you could buy from China for cheap, or even just in general for cheap. And then flea marketing, which is where I sold all the cheaper stuff, some real Legos, which I could sell next to the cheaper stuff in order to make more off of them, and to actually sell the real stuff, or to just sell bulk of the lesser stuff, and also just basically selling anything I could get my hands on. That's quite a bit of fun to do while in college. Normally did it with my dad most of the time, however, there was a bus that could actually go all the way there. I took a lot of public transport during college, because there was a 20% discount for the thing. I think it was around, I want to say $75 or so? I think it was normally about $100. But for like 75 bucks or so, for an entire month, you can just ride the bus like anywhere locally, wherever you need it. So I did it for grocery shopping, I did it for college, I did it for flea marketing sometimes. Pretty much anywhere is nearby that I need to get to, I could get to within like an hour or less, which is pretty nice for only 75 bucks. Way cheaper than a car, that's for sure. That's the only big issue with where I currently live too. Public transportation here is horrific, though it is South Carolina, so that's why. Southern states will normally be like that. Normally, like the really, really big, like slightly more democratic states normally have more like better public transport, but most of the more Republican-leaning states generally do not. Yeah, that tends to be how it is more often than not. I can't think of a single one that actually has like particularly good public transport. But taxes here are cheaper, so that's one of the main reasons why I'm here at the moment, because my job doesn't currently depend on my location at all. And since everything's pretty much in walking distance here, that's not really too big a deal for me, that there's not really good public transportation here. But yeah, the lower taxes is definitely helpful. What did I take here? Actually, I'm believe the area I'm in is among one of the lowest taxed areas in the United States. I know one part of South Carolina, I believe it's Columbia, South Carolina, is top 10 lowest taxed areas in the entire country, if I'm not mistaken, in the United States, or somewhere as close to that. That's not where I currently live, though. But similar to cheap where I am now. But anyways, what am I looking for? I am looking for dungeons. Get into there, fights. And we'll start key team at it. Do with that. Yeah, in this current time, after having like a job like this for so long, I do love having a job that isn't location dependent, because when I did flea market and everything, it was slightly location dependent, because you have to be near the profitable flea markets, and where I was actually like a really, really nice niche where I was in New Jersey. But I can't really do that where I live now. While there is flea markets where I live, well, there's a couple issues with that. Where I currently live doesn't really have proper storage for that much inventory. And the other problem with it is the flea markets near me are not good for this kind of things I would know how to sell. There's not as many garage sales where I live, which would make it hard to accumulate cheaper stock that way, rather than just getting them all off of eBay and stuff. And so I wouldn't have as much to be able to sell. And the flea markets here just isn't really geared towards that. Most of them are more towards farmer markets or just already established kind of like smaller businesses that are kind of like set up in flea market areas. They're not really like the flea markets that I'm used to in New Jersey at all. Completely different crowd. You should always scout out flea markets before you ever sell at them ever. Just to know, like, generally what's being sold there, what actually sells, stuff like that. Like, I normally scout out a flea market for hours before ever going to it. And I know, I haven't checked it recently, though, the ones around here. I haven't checked them for years. But I know from past experience that they were not good for anything that I would normally try selling or know how to sell. Also, it is annoying keeping an inventory. I still have inventory left of Dota 2 stuff, too, that I still need to go sell. Some of which probably, like, completely tanked in money price. Some of them not as much, but I do need to go sell those eventually. But that's one of the biggest things I hated about it. There were several things, but that's one of them. Is constantly having to keep like a couple $1,000 inventory, because you can only sell as much as you really have inventory for. And normally you'd want to keep at least like 2,000 inventory, if not more, because you could sell like upwards of $500 worth within a single day. And if you're doing a weekend, then there goes like potentially 1,000. You get it 2 really good days. Flea markets still exist in a world of Craigslist and eBay, yes. And there's a couple reasons for that. One is you don't have to worry about the transportation delay. You get to see the product right there, so you can just buy it like that. It's also a lot cheaper to sell on a flea market than it is to sell at eBay. Anything that ever gets sold at eBay will be slightly more expensive than it would be if you tried buying it off of... at a flea market it would be cheaper than if you were trying to get it on eBay. Just because eBay takes a cut of how much you make. Technically, you take a cut of how much you make too from a flea market because of your table cost. However, it's normally not as bad relative to what eBay's is. I'm not actually really sure what eBay's cut is these days. But flea markets are normally... It depends on the flea market. Like, that price can vary, like, so much. But the ones by me were only, like, $10 to $20 per table. And on Sundays, I think they were closer to, like, 15 to 25. Because Sundays are normally the biggest day for it, more often than not. But, which is why they charge more. But, yeah, that's normally not too much. Depending on how much you sell, that's only around 5 to 10%. And you get to sell a lot of things that you wouldn't normally be able to sell on eBay. And you can even buy things from eBay that sell better just at flea markets. Because people might not know the price of it, or because it's easier to sell a single unit of it than like mass sell it on something like eBay. Because obviously it's a lot harder to try selling something for $1 on eBay than it is at a flea market. Whereas flea markets are excessively good for selling things at 50 cents, $1, $2, and $3. Things that you can't really do on Amazon, Craigslist, eBay, and stuff like that. At least not realistically. Because there's things that you could easily buy for like anywhere from 1 cent to about 50 cents each. That you can sell anywhere from 50 cents to $5 each at flea markets. Anyways, what am I looking for? I am looking for, let's go start the faction already. Let me hand out a code, and then go do the faction thing, which I believe I already set it up. I don't think I handed out this one from the previous stream, actually. Let me go use this one then. Let me go use this. Copy, paste. Here you guys go. Here's the Deem code. There you go. You love watching that Tiny Home show, because they look so awesome. Oh, I love that Tiny Home show too. I've seen it a little bit, not too much though. My mom normally watches it occasionally, so I normally look at it. I would love to get a house like that. That'd be so perfect. Just like min-maxing a small house. That is like so me. Just get like a really small min-maxed house for like 50,000 to 100,000. That'd be so perfect. Just like maxed out everything, but like a really small space. That would be absolutely perfect for my needs. That does seem like something I would eventually do, honestly. And for a 100,000 budget, you easily could. Though I'm nowhere near that much money. But it'd be a lot easier than like, like normal houses. And you'd be able to get much better upgrades for, while still paying for like, you could basically pay for like a low-end house while still having max upgrades. While the space would only fit like 1 or 2 people, it still would, I don't really need more than 1 or 2 people worth of space. Basically just me and a guest. That's it. Okay, what am I looking for now? I need to go do delves already. I'm like looking all around as I keep talking about random stuff. But anyways, delves. Let's go start these already. Primal Rift. Primal Rift order. This can vary, but you normally go rush these 2 tier 5s, take that, and then go down to the bottom. Not always the case, but generally speaking, that's the order that the stuff goes in. And for the sake of our sanity, I think we're just going to do that every single time, regardless of what the actual layout is do those 3, do those 3, and do those 2. That might not be perfectly optimal, but just so we don't have to constantly keep scouting, I think that's the way we're going to go about it for today. And yeah, we'll use this. Yeah, no problem for the code. Have I heard about Updog? I did not know what that is. Nope. Can you show the green team that I used today? Sure, I can go show it real quick. Let me go finish out this battle. I actually tried a new team. I'll show the final team that we end up using because it was a lot of fun. It was actually suggested by someone earlier. I can go show it real quick. Actually, we used like 4 different teams today. But this was the one that we ultimately ended up finalizing on. Doomed Glaive, Apothecary, Wild Queen, and Possessed King. Oddly enough, both Wild Queen and Possessed King are available this week. So that's a thing. You can just do that with the full combo. Get the Brown Convert in order to use this better. Brown also feeds the Wild Queen, and then usually go crazy with Double Skull Spam. And Possessed King just keeps clearing the board. Works out quite nicely. Okay, let me stick the PvP thing real quick and head back to defense, where I'm into factions. So got a lot of factions to tear through. Luckily, this team will tear through it relatively quick. I'll take that for explosion. You're desperately trying to get enough diamonds to craft Possessed King. Yeah, he's a pretty decent option to have. If you're only a couple hundred diamonds short, you should be able to reach it. If you're more than a couple hundred diamonds short, I'm not sure you'll be able to. Though, do keep in mind, one thing that you can do for that is if you haven't done all the challenges yet for Kingdoms, there's 340 potential diamonds that you could get from that, 10 per Kingdom. I believe they're on stage 8, if I'm not mistaken. I forget what stage, 7, 8, somewhere around there. Maybe 9. I know they were like one of the last few. Yeah, saving for Ferris Raw will be good. How about the best? How about Possessed King instead of Leprechaun in this team? I don't think you would need to do that. The whole point of Leprechaun is the quick start. You're not really going to need Possessed King because the team is already going to win before he's going to be viable. Maybe if you were doing really, really high level delves, but for these lower level delves, it won't really matter. And even for higher level delves, you might still even end up running this. So I gotta be really careful that the Valraven doesn't escape. You have to watch out for that. One Valraven escaping would still ruin this build. Because then we have to go through a little bit more diamonds. I mean, gems, I mean. Okay, then we take top, and then we take bottom. Yeah, definitely for these lower levels, I don't think we're going to need anything other than Leprechaun. Just do Leprechaun, then do Mountain Crusher, then do auto win off of Infinite Truffle. Pretty much the game plan with this team. At the moment, it's literally just one-shots it. Don't even need the Infinite Truffle. Flea markets are great fun. It's like treasure hunting, pretty much. You can find a lot of great deals at flea markets if you know what things are worth. Obviously, no one knows what everything is worth, but you kind of find your niches and just tackle those down. And mine was mainly toys for the most part. Toys, video games, stuff like that. But mostly toys. I've gotten some pretty decent deals on video games before. The most recent one was, I think I've bought in Warcraft 3 probably like 4 times. And the most recent time I bought it, it only cost me like $3. It's really funny. I also found some Nintendo games for pretty cheap. I've also undersold some Nintendo games relatively cheap. Because one thing that some people do, because there are a lot of like really slimy people at flea markets. Like there's so many sketchy things that goes on at them. Like a whole story in itself. But people would take DVDs that I would sell for $1 and sometimes try sneaking like a Nintendo game in there that might be worth anywhere from like $10 to like $50 and say, oh, hey, here's 3 DVDs, here's $3. And it's like, oh, I won't even notice. It's like, okay. And then I like realize later, where did that game go? It's like, oh, yeah. That or people like literally just steal from you. They're either steal directly or indirectly. It happens a lot. I have no clue how much I've lost from that. But I wouldn't be surprised if over a few years I've lost like $1,000 in stock from that. Or, you know, from inventory, I mean. It's not excessively common, but it happens enough that you're definitely losing like at least 5% of your profit to theft. And most of the flea markets I was going to do not have cameras. At least not in any kind of sense where they could enforce anything. Let's see. It happens to every store, even stores with cameras. I forget what the actual statistic is on that, but every store loses like some percent to theft. I forget how much it was. I remember seeing like a study or something on it. I believe if there was a way to eliminate theft to 0, prices would be about 10% cheaper or something than they are now. I forget what the exact percent was. I saw a study on that a while back. But I believe it was around 10%. If theft could be lowered all the way to 0, price of every consumer good would go down by about 10%. We'll take that down. Because of course that has to be something that stores factor into their bottom line. And let's do that into another truffle. Grab this treasure room, 1.4. Oh, it actually is a treasure room. This actually isn't normally a treasure room. It's a tier 5 room. However, it's a tier 5 room that can be a treasure room. The government steals about 10%. Ha! Good one. That is true too. I don't know. I don't mind taxes as long as they're used for what I feel like would be actual good use. However, the United States government at least does not use money wisely. At all. Like, not even remotely close. At least currently, anyways. Like, there are some countries that I feel like would probably use that tax money a lot, even if they do have, like, a really high tax system. Like, if you have a high tax system, but you're getting a lot of benefits from it, I wouldn't really mind. Like, if it's actually, like, good at benefits. Like, free healthcare, potentially free housing and stuff like that. I do feel like all essentials should be near free or free, to a degree. Just because those are the kind of things that get generally priced up a lot in capitalism. Things that you're absolutely required to live. And there's nothing people can really do about it, because what do you say? Just say, okay, I'm not going to have a house to live in. Like, you can't not have shelter. Can't not have food. It's things like that that normally get priced out. To be way inflated to what they actually should be costing. We'll throw that down for now. What do we need here? Grab our explosion on everything. Get that going. Grab our other one right there. Get our mountain down. And then we should truffle into, what should be another truffle. Never mind, don't even need it. I keep forgetting we're at such low level dills that they just die out instantly. Don't even need it. Oh, 1.3 room. I would have taken this way earlier if I'm actually scouting, but we're just doing the same order. Not gonna matter that much. It'll save us like 5 minutes compared to scouting. Maybe more towards 10 minutes. Scouting can take a lot of time sometimes. And too much time on it sometimes. Compared to just tearing them down. If we're doing like a level 500, it might matter a little bit more. Like if we're actually trying for a leaderboard, otherwise not so much. For the most part. Am I using this the entire delve? Yes. I could use this up to 200 if I really want to. So of course, just for the free battles, yeah, we're doing all the way up to 80 or 90, whatever we need to get up to. Complete out the all loop. That is what we're doing right now. And we do that and just kill it out. Actually, that's not enough. Do it again and then it's dead. There we go. Level 6 chest. Upgraded. Oh, never mind. That was the final upgrade. Whoa, wow, that's a really low chest if that was the final chest. That is absurdly low. That means we only got one chest the entire delve. Because we get 2 guarantee off of one off the first room, one off the last room, and then +3 at the end. We have a 5 guarantee. The lowest chest we could possibly get is 5, and we just got a 6. Not good. Second lowest we could get. Why did I do that? I should just run right into truffle. We have double truffle now, and we'll just tear it out with that. So I'm currently using this with Titan. I could technically do it with Corsair to level it some, but I don't know. Titan seems to be doing well. And if anyone still has any other questions, let me know. I'll still be going probably for a little while though. Probably for another like half an hour or so, if not longer. Pretty much going until we finish out delves for the most part. All of the primal rifts. Throwing a bunch of truffle at them. Yeah, I love truffle so much. So glad they didn't nerf it. I'm curious how it will advance in the meta as time goes by. If it'll become even more broken or get balanced out. We'll just have to see. Time will tell. I feel like overall it's going to get stronger over time. But we'll have to see. I do feel like there's going to be a point where they just have to say, okay, we're going to finally nerf truffle. I don't think that's anytime soon. But give it like a year and he'll be nerfed. But for now, enjoy it while you can. But they did say they have no immediate need on nerfing him. But that could change. If nothing else, it's a really good low-level option. Because getting double truffle is relatively cheap. Not the cheapest team in the game, obviously, but it's relative to how good it is absurdly cheap. Because you get the legend off of faction, which makes it way cheaper than if it was a normal legend. And Leprechaun fully traded is super easy to get, and Mountain Crusher is also easy to get. Hey, you just got truffle, they best leave it alone. Oh no, it's probably not going to get tweaked anytime soon. However, we don't know what the, we never know in advance what the changes are going to be in the meta. So who knows, it could be changed next patch, could be changed in never. Be at any point. Yeah, they generally don't nerf things too often. He's technically not too overpowered. There's contexts where he's really broken, like here. But in a PvP context, he's relatively bad. It's kind of like saying Iron Gut is overpowered, and then in delves, and then like showing how he acts in PvP. Like there are areas where certain troops are just way, way better. And this just happens to be really good for delves and a few other pieces of content. Yeah, it's the same thing with Truffle, same thing with Iron Gut. Compare them in delves and something, they're like absurdly good. But then you bring them to PvP and they feel kind of average. Yeah, it's talking about so much about flea markets almost makes me want to go flea marketing again. There's no viable way I can do it where I currently live, though. And even when I go see family, likely this January or late December, I'm probably not going to be able to do flea marketing, because flea marketing generally does not work when it is like below freezing, because no one will show up even if it's not snowing. Like, there's still some people that do it because they do it for, like, their only means of income, which I technically kind of did while I was in college. But there's, like, really, like, people that literally just do it. Like, they'll be there every single day trying to sell stuff as if it's, like, a set-up store. They even, like, reserve a spot for the entire month. They get it cheaper because they do that and go from there. Also, if you ever get into flea marketing, I highly, 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 highly advise never reserving for an entire month unless you're planning on doing it literally every day. And the main reason for that is weather. If it's bad, they obviously don't refund you. And there could be months where you just get really unlucky and like half the month is like unusable. And if you're only were planning on doing a few days and it's bad weather on those days, you just lose a lot of money. Or not necessarily lose, but the profit margin goes down drastically. Currently not worth the savings, unless you're literally doing it every day. Or almost every day, or every day that's possible to do it. Because most flea markets aren't open every day. Most of the ones by me were like Wednesday to Sunday. Most of them being more so focused on Friday to Sunday. Some of them were open on Mondays, Tuesdays, but it's very rare though. Don't make other meta teams stronger to combat Truffle. I wouldn't be surprised. Things do constantly keep power creeping in this game, and that's not stopping ever. Before you know it, in like a few years, like we have the 5-year anniversary. By the 10th year anniversary, we'll probably see stats breaking past 1,000. I wouldn't be surprised. They set a level 1,000 level cap a while back. I wish they would just raise that level 1,000 cap to be infinite. I'd really love to see what that would be like again. That was at one point a thing, and it was possible to do with Brian the Luckies at the time. You get billions, trillions, whatever numbers are bigger than that, numbers, and just keep stacking it higher and higher. I have a video on it too. I think it was in pretty poor quality though, but I do have a video of it from ages back. Yagway Queen Titania gets a buff with next weapon. I didn't actually double check what next weapon is. Which one? The new one with the new faction? Or is there some other weapon coming out next week? Or do you mean the invasion weapon? Because there's 2 weapons coming out next week. There's one coming out on Tuesday and one coming out on Friday. I forget what both of them are, but the Tuesday one's the invasion weapon. Or I mean, why did I say Tuesday? I meant Monday. Monday is the invasion weapon and the Friday is the faction weapon. They're technically getting a faction weapon on Tuesday, but it's a repeat one of one that we already had. Actually, whatever Warren's is. Warren weapon. Which isn't that useful. I believe it's like 1 to 2 stats effects to your team or against the enemy team and some other little effects. Not really that strong at all. Oh, the one that comes at the end of the month. Well, next week is the end of the month. Okay, move that over. Take that down. We're upwards, I mean. Grab the skull. An explosion. Actually, take that first. Grab that. Get Truffle going. Yeah, we're good to go. Do you mean the turnip? Oh, I didn't check the weapon, so I'm not sure which one they're referring to. I can go check real quick. Let me see. Where's the weapon spoiler page? Weapon spoilers! Where are you? Weapon spoilers. What do we have? What's under the weapon spoiler category? We have a Karkaroff weapon and a Divinian Fields weapon. The Karkaroff one is from Invasions. The Divinian Fields one is from new faction next Friday. Not this week's Friday, but next week's Friday. The one we're getting on Monday next week is deal magic plus 7 damage to an enemy, boosted by Mystic Allies, and create a mix of yellow and purple. I assume that's not the weapon you're referring to. That's a blue-brown. That's not going to be that useful for that kind of team. But what's the other one? The other one uses green-red, which is the same color as Yagway. Deal magic plus 3 true damage to an enemy. If the enemy is hunters marked, deal triple damage, then hunters mark them. That'd be good with all the hero classes that do that. Neither of those 2 weapons seem to be good for that team, though. Am I missing something? Yeah, neither weapons seem particularly good for helping that team. The team only has one Mystic. Does Yagwe count as Mystic? I think so. Forget now. I don't think it does. It counts as Daemon Elf, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, he meant the end of October. Oh, never mind. No, I thought he meant the end of this month. Yeah, neither of the two upcoming weapons seem that useful. But still need to get them for collection purposes. Okay, let me go check the one all the way at the end, I guess. Let's see, the turnip. It's a Zacian weapon. It's brown-yellow. Deal magic plus 7 damage to an enemy, boosted by goblins. Then create a mix of green and red, which does not feed into itself. But yeah, green-red does feed into Yagwe. However, you wouldn't have goblins on that team. Like, the max you would have is 1 because of Thief Hero class, which is oddly enough a goblin. If that's the turnip, if that's the weapon you're referring to, that's not going to be that good either. For that team. Like, the colors it creates is good. The thing it boosts it by is not, though, for that team context. It creates the right colors, it's just not, it just doesn't have the typing for it, though. Because even if you had it, doing that mix of, what is that, about 9 green-red, not going to do too much, because of how inconsistent it's going to miss. Case in point, Yarrow Fire Metal. I almost feel like the best 2 colors to create for Yagwe are red-purple. One of the reasons why Feral Hound, even though it's a much lower spawn, is pretty decent in Bounty Hunter with him. Red-purple seems like the best spawn to get for your Yagwe, if you want to feed directly into Yagwe. Because the red feeds into him, and the purple you convert into red, which gives you perfect board control with the 2 colors combined. Also, the excess of the red and purple feed into Queen Titania. Assuming it was in a non-bounty instance. Generally, it probably would be in a non-bounty instance. Also, my hair's starting to get a little long. I can tell because I'm playing with it more. That's a good indication of my hair is getting longer. But I like to play with hair, but it needs to be a certain length before I do. And then I start playing with it a lot. I've been meaning to get a haircut soon. I just tend to shave and get a haircut at the same time, and since I haven't gotten a haircut yet, I haven't done either. I just find it way more convenient that way. I can grab these 2, grab bottom 2, good to go. And I believe we have 2 more delves to go after this. Great. Actually 3 more. Let me go grab a little loot there. Anything good? Purple! Yep, we got something good. Also, I still managed to never use an orb yet on this account. A purple orb, I mean. I have on my other account. I have yet to use it on this account. Some other people carried it with the, our thing up to 40,000 earlier. When our guild was a little bit shorter on members. So I didn't need to do it. Yeah, we have such a high amount of them. We actually almost have more seals and purple orbs than we do in actual seals themselves. Kind of funny. I think that's the first time ever, once we do finally pass that. Because we have yet to actually have higher than that yet. We're almost at over 100,000. Actually, might already be over 100,000 seals worth of purple orbs. Which is probably bigger than most people's entire seal stack. That's just how many we have in purple orb alone, not even counting our steel stack. I meant seal stack. Wow, it's so hard to pronounce that. Seal stack, seal. It is so hard. Say that like 10 times quick. Seal stack. What do we take? Grab that. Grab the other one. Oh, never mind. I already got it. And then take the final one. Then we need 3 more floors, and then probably like 1 extra battle. Grab our explosion. Get another truffle in there. Our explosion. Explosion again, and it should be good to go to get rolling. Till you destroy enemy troops with a veggie. I know there's quite interesting weapons of war in this game. We got penguins of war. We got vegetables of war. Everything can be used for war. Even peace can be used for war. Actually, normally it is. Let's see. Because ironically, people will fight for peace. Which is probably one of the most ironic things ever. Because you're quite literally doing the opposite and trying to get to peace. We'll take that down. Get our explosion. And hopefully that truffle will have enough off enchant. If nothing else, we get next turn. So it won't matter because this thing already kills. I didn't realize, do we even have elemental bonus on right now? I don't think we do. We could be getting so much more value out of our things. It's not really as needed though. Upstream just died for a second. Yeah, we could be using that elemental perk. I don't think I'm gonna bother switching to it. It does give us 1 extra magic every single time it casts to our elementals. Includes our entire team except our hero. Or never mind, it just includes the 2 truffles, but this is the only thing that needs it. Oh, we better not lose that Val Raven. I actually do need that Val Raven. Please don't miss. Good. There, we should be fine. There we go. Oh, that wasn't enough to kill? Ooh, that could actually be slightly bad. I can't kill him for 2 more turns. Yep, or that. That works too. Never mind. That works. Okay, I'll take that down for now. Grab that. Yeah, one thing I'm actually really curious about checking later tonight. I want to see what's up with Brave. Someone brought to my attention. I just looked up some stuff. It might have been actually since May, so a couple months now. But it seems like the community of Strife ended up like rebuilding Strife, the MOBA, and kind of like re-released it as a community release because the original publisher completely abandoned the game. And it was personally my favorite MOBA of all time. I'm gonna see if it's active at all. The biggest issue is I don't think it has much of a player base. Probably doesn't. I know it didn't really have much to begin with. It kind of died after they completely abandoned the game. Really slowly started to die, but who knows, maybe we'll make it come back. Highly doubt it. Like, it's not gonna be like a really big MOBA, but I still find it to be one of the funnest MOBAs out there. Good evening, James. Welcome. Too many good games keep getting released. Like, so many games I want to play. Like, I want to play Ori and the Blind Forest this Friday, but I'm not sure if I'll have time to do it this weekend. It's a game I've been meaning to play for ages that never got around to. I figured for the Switch release, why not? That over and just clear it out. We then grab these 3, take the bottom and go from there. we just go ahead and explode everything. Had they planned the releases for upcoming shopping? Yeah. Like, this would be the time when they start piling it on. Because holiday shopping is already starting. It keeps starting earlier and earlier every year. I wouldn't be surprised if people start in, like June. Maybe not that early, but most people do kind of start looking for holiday stuff starting, like, in September. Then it increases, and then as soon as Halloween ends, it's, like, starts getting more into full swing. Because after Halloween hits, people kind of like remember. It's like, oh yeah, next major holiday is generally Christmas. Or Thanksgiving if in the United States. What do you take? Go get that converted. That down and double truffle for the kill. And a truffle should hopefully be able to loop. Not quite. So we'll get a mountain. And still no loop. The struggle of not using Forest Troll. There's no room to put Forest Troll. It's a green-purple restriction. Unfortunately. Luckily, Skull randomly gets it. Well, 2 more floors to go. Or 2 more delves. And that will be faction complete. And to imagine, it's going to keep getting quicker and quicker over time as we keep getting more stats. There are so many ways that they keep adding more stats to the game. And I highly doubt that's going to be stopping into the future. Level 5 chest, not too bad. That means we got a level 9. We're already at level 5. We get guarantee 4 from this final one. 1 from the guarantee, and the other 3 from the guarantee for having level 10 quality. Yeah, I really hope the screenshot this Saturday is really informative. There's like 3 screenshots they can do. One says everything, and the other 2 are kind of a little bit more secretive, and they're probably going to show one of the other 2. See which one they show. I really hope they show the one that shows a lot of info, though. Because even just by looking at it, there's so many things that can be said about it. Still not everything, but it would show like the biggest overview. So it might be the one they use. Like, almost everything I want to say about next patch, I can if they show that. Because it would all be shown within that image. There we go. Grab that. So 2 more. Let's go down there, down there. We're gonna need to start the other one as well. So it looks like we're probably not getting any more Val Ravens for the rest of this. Though if we do, then I'll need to go do those later. Go get a bunch of free shards for quick kills. There we go. Oh, also, I did ask Salty. She did say I could pre-record using the 4.6. I asked her earlier, and she kind of said no for like several months ago. But this time she like gave a definitive yes. So I'm not sure if she just misunderstood the question. First time I asked or what, like months ago. But because I won't be around for the later half of October, I'm actually going to be gone for the most part from the 13th to the 27th of next month, because I'm going to be having company over. And while I'll still be recording some videos and have a lot of stuff pre-recorded, I won't actually be like streaming during that time most likely. But during that time I'll have a lot of stuff pre-recorded and stuff. And one of the things that I can do is use the beta version to pre-record stuff, because there's a good chance that the patch is coming out during the time I'm gone. Because they're most likely aiming for sometime in October. Probably like mid or late October, but still that would be when I'm gone. Nonetheless. Is a new mythic going to be worth to acquire? No, mostly. The next mythic is really good at single color countering. The biggest downside with that though is the main purpose you would use it for is Guild War Defend. And we currently do not know if it's going to be good under AI control. It being good under AI control basically determines if it is good or not. And I had to guess, if I had to guess, it's probably no. But there are some instances other than under AI control where you'd use it, but it's very rare that the enemy would be using 3 or 4 of the same color. It does happen, but those are like the only situations you'd bother bringing them out. If the opposing team is using 3 to 4 of the same color. If nothing else, it's technically better than Draculus in many instances, which is the other Kingdom mythic. Like if you had to choose between Draculus and this new mythic, I would definitely say new mythic is the way to go. You don't currently have Draculus for Golvania. I forget if Golvania is 10+ star yet, but if it isn't yet, I don't know, I believe it is. I think it's like 12 star right now. But if you don't have Draculus for it, getting the new mythic would be the better option. You have to only choose one. Wait, did they nerf it? I didn't actually check it recently. That's one of the reasons why I don't like going over things too early. Because they do end up tweaking it. I'm not sure why they nerfed it if they did. I hope they didn't. Also, I'm not sure why it randomly came into my mind. But I always find it interesting how green screens work. It still baffles me that that's a thing. Like you can have like nothing there so easily. I'm not even using a particularly good camera either. Also, I have been considering getting a better camera. I'm still like questioning if I should. I'm tempted to, using some of YouTube's profit for that. It is definitely tempting. The camera I have right now isn't that bad though. I just wanted to try getting one that does 4K. Which at the moment won't be too relevant, but for some future things it might be decently relevant. Because this camera that I'm using right now is not particularly good if I try making it much bigger than the amount of space we're covering right now. Like if I take up 1/4 the screen or more, it is not gonna look that good with this camera, webcam. It does have 1080p 60, supposedly, but its quality, it's definitely way below that, it feels like. And I've seen comparisons of it online compared to other ones, and it's definitely lower. The cheapest I've found right now is like 160 for what I want, though. It normally goes for like 200. I'm kind of hesitant on it because that's quite a bit. That's like more than double I paid, I think, for the current camera I have. Webcam, I think I paid 50, 60? Somewhere around there for the current one I'm using. Current webcam thing, that thing. But you guys can't see it because it's literally the thing recording the visual. Also, it's good to have a second one in case we ever need to record 2 things at once. Like if I'm ever playing a game where we need to see like the controller while simultaneously seeing me, for whatever reason. Some instances where that would be viable. That's mostly for real-time stuff. I mostly play strategy, though. But real-time, that's kind of interesting to have. Depending on what game it's for. I don't tend to have really high action per minute, so that might not be as interesting. My action per minute is definitely not, like, impressive at all. It is very average for most games. I know some people are like absurdly quick. Can't even see their hands, they're just constantly like mashing. Like some real-time strategies and stuff like that. I am definitely not that level of good. Like I have a decent understanding of them. Not that good of an understanding. Should have mountained there. Not that big a deal though. I'm not used to the team being in this order. Throwing me off. What did we end up getting even moved by? Cedric? It had to have been Cedric. What else would have moved us? Unless it was that 1.5 times room with the Leviathan. Wasn't even paying attention to it at the time what actually moved us. That's not that big a deal. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Leviathan, otherwise that battle would have taken forever with truffles. Why did do that one first? Should have done it the other way around, but luckily we won, so it doesn't matter actually. There we go. There we go. And one more floor to go. Probably need like 1 or 2 extra battles after that since we didn't bother to take proper multiplayer order. That is perfectly fine. Probably around 11 more battles. 10 or 11. At the rate we're winning them at, that should take less than 10 minutes. I know we're webbed on that. I'm actually going to go for the other one then. He has Entangle and Web on Skull. Point. Not nice. Especially since our truffle's in first slot. One of our truffles. And we don't have cleanse forward either. Hopefully he cleanses right now though. Nope. Does not look like it. We'll go get another mountain there. Try to get that full. Oh wait, he just cleansed. I could have gone for it. Whoops. Oh, no, now I can't. He's gonna have to die. Oh no, we're gonna lose the truffle. I think we can keep him alive. Unless we get really lucky here. We'll get lucky. Get this. Definitely possible still. And don't kill, don't kill. Yeah, there we go. Truffle. And 2 more will do it. 1 more. Anyway, this is the last battle. Wouldn't actually matter. Would it? I completely forgot this was the last battle. Go for that and then almost mountain. And then hope for extra turn, and then he's dead off a trough. If we weren't entangled, he'd be dead ages ago, but there we go. Yeah, it doesn't matter that we took a death there. Final battle. We're not trying for deathless right now. We already finished the faction. Actually, no, we didn't. We didn't finish this faction yet. But it's not a faction we intend to do anytime soon, that's for sure. Eventually, we'll get around to it. Not on my to-do list, though. After next week, we'll have 6 factions that aren't completed. And this is one of those 6. And by completed, I mean 2,500 max faction. Okay, oh, let's get the mountain down. And then we should truffle into the wind. Oh, that is not the move I wanted. Not gonna be that big deal though, unless Glaceon goes crazy. Miss. It could happen if we miss Mountain Crusher. Doesn't look like it unless we miss it here. There we go. And now we truffle the truffle. Actually, never mind, we won't have the second one yet. I'll go for a big mountain. That kills that. Let's go for a mountain, get the mana back up. And our double truffle gets going. And luckily enough freeze to make it annoying. Definitely could have gotten it, but didn't. And there we go. Oh, the Green Guild War team are you referring to, or this team? Yeah, this team's quite a bit of fun. Standard truffles. Actually, what's kind of funny is you can almost use this on Green Guild War Day too. The only problem is getting a first slot weapon that actually works. Or you could just go triple truffle with like a leprechaun, or even double. I never tried that. Double truffle with double leprechaun. That theoretically would kind of work, though you kind of need something that uses brown. A good brown green that feeds into it. I don't think there currently is. Brown green really lacks options. Like even during the video, I think there was like 4 things I mentioned that were worth trading, not counting mythics. There are very, very few good brown greens. Non-mythic brown greens, that is. Most of them are kind of like support troops, but most of them don't even do that properly. They're like partially tanks, partially like support troops, but they don't do either role fully. Most situations, other than like Self Anymore and a few others. Diviner and stuff. If anyone still has any other questions, let me know. That would be a great time to ask. Otherwise, we probably will be wrapping up in the next several minutes. As we finish out this though, we'll probably wrap up for tonight. And next stream will be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No Puzzle Quest stream tomorrow. I mean, I'm also not sure if we will be on Thursday either. But I'll let you know tomorrow night what the deal is with that. But yeah, definitely not tomorrow. The 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is going to be our next stream tomorrow. Same time as always. 2 hours prior to now tomorrow. There we go. He's down off of that. And all we have now is 4 more battles, and possibly 1 more after that. Need it for last little bit of reward, most likely. We're not taking multiplier order. Just taking like the same order every single time, regardless of layout. Just because generally speaking, this is one of the ways that is normally the good way for this path, though not always. I think the chance that this would be perfect path is like 30%, way lower than other delves. Perfect path option. But if we were to spam repeat any of them, this would be the most viable one. Problem is the 1.3 can really ruin it, and the 1.4 can really ruin the order that you have to do. The 1.4 room and the 1.33 room. And completely change up the order that you need to delve. I just didn't bother scouting it this time around. Hello Adrian! Welcome! Welcome. Level 4 chest, that's decent. That means we could potentially get a level 6 chest then. We get an upgrade here, and on the next room, on the next 2 rooms, we get a level 6 chest. I mean, a level 10 chest, I mean. Well, level 6, I think, gets upgraded to level 10. That'll fill us back up, or completely miss. Next 2, I guess. And it was truffles. All the truffles. And spam that until we win. And he's dead. Come on. And probably another one. I will be doing it later though. I just want to do the minimum battles that we need for now. Get our shiny orb of orbiness. Always like opening orbs on stream. Come on, let me cast. There we go. Okay, final battle. Let's see what our points are and see like 1 or 2 more battles. Grab our explosion there. Oh, so I still need to go do Warren builds too. Get that extra little bit of shard loot. Go throw towards factions, of course, to get them to 200. We're getting to the point of base 200. Getting inching closer and closer to it. Still got a little ways to go before we hit base 200. But we're going to have max all factions very, very soon. Possibly by the end of the year. I might make that 2 of our arbitrary goals. Possibly. But I'm not sure if we'll be able to get literally every faction there by then. But we'll get a good majority. Get every single faction to 2,500, at least most of them. Maybe like a few left, like 3 or so. And get every single hero class to 100. Which should definitely be possible if they don't expand out the hero class. They most likely will be. Have to see. It's like I probably assume the day that we get all the hero classes finished will probably be the month they finally change it. Oh yeah, we do have like 3 more battles we need to go do. 2 or 3. Claim this. We have the extra battle thingy. Especially since we took such bad order. And that's why you take multiplier order, because you can sometimes already have it done by now. I'll throw the last few battles. Normally you need that extra sigil anyways, and because the enchant, it's definitely worth getting. Even if you don't know you'll need the sigil or not. Generally just worth getting and going for it. Because the amount of time that the enchant saves you is a lot. Also, hello Haley, welcome. Glad you could join us. So we are ending in a moment. So if anyone still has any other questions, let me know. Also, I'm pretty sure it's already been used up, but just in case it hasn't, there's the code from earlier. Also, let me go type the other code from earlier. Keep in mind, both of these might be used up already. But this other one might actually not be. It was given out during the Puzzle Quest stream. So there's a chance it still has some uses. Because obviously the Puzzle Quest stream doesn't get nearly as much as our Gems of War streams. It gets a decent amount of views, but of course nothing gets as much as our Gems of War. Because of course what this channel is mostly based on. Puzzle Quest is a great game though. Game developers too. Yeah, we need 2 more battles. 1 more is not going to do it. Get the tier 5 room, and that'll be it. But now, let's get our explosion. Splody splody. Load all the things. Hopefully enough to get us rolling. Not quite. Whoa, extremely not quite. Get a nice mountain in there, hopefully. Get the truffle. He'll be full mana next turn. Maybe we could leak it into him now. Not quite. Now we just go spam it, and we won. And he's dead. And we should need 1 more. Yep. Okay. And as I mentioned, the tier 5. Against the Glaceon. One of the more annoying rooms. So it's early enough in delves that it shouldn't really be much of a threat at all. What levels are these things? 81. I'll take that over for now. Throw a truffle. Throw the mountain, and then we just truffle spam until we win. We got both of them, so that works even easier. The other truffle feeds the other truffle back. And then we spam it again. Ooh, 2 mana short. That's unfortunate. We can just mountain into full and then just double truffle for the win. Yeah, both the codes should probably say they're used up. Those are both the previous codes. So just in case they haven't been used up, I wanted to post both. There we go. But yeah, one of them was from earlier stream and one was from the earlier other stream. Puzzle Quest stream. Wow, a double purple. It's actually not too bad. We got a purple and a purple. And no clue what's in the Volkey. But let's go take our tribute. Ooh, I might have not taken that for a while now. But oh well. Grab over our loot from that. 17 gems, not bad. 18 tributes. And I wanted to check one other thing now, and I completely forgot what it was. Fail. Oh, yeah, I wanted to see how many Volkeys I have. 68. Oh, we almost had 69. So close. There were 68 Volkeys. Almost at 100. We'll probably have 100 by the time they actually change. Oh, the other one's still working. Oh, yeah, that was the one we handed out during this stream, which is why it's probably still working. That one was like 10 minutes ago or so, 15, however long it was. Anyways, guys, Any other questions? Otherwise, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, about 2.5 hours prior to now tomorrow. And we'll be going and doing the next Guild War Color Day. Messing around with the pet. I believe it's just Moon, so not really much to go for there. Nice little soul pet. And what else do I want to mention with it? That's about it. Yeah, pretty uneventful week, because Thursday we have just a Titan class, which is pretty decent. After that, we have a nothing weekend. Saturday we do have a little pet thingy, but that only takes like a few minutes. So no real new content for the rest of the week. However, we will still be streaming some puzzle quests in there, might cover a guide video, and we'll still be grinding PvP and messing around with a bunch of fun teams. So if nothing else, we'll still do that. Good week to actually go and grind PvP, as well as a couple hero classes that we may not have finished yet, like Corsair, which still needs a little bit and stuff like that. But anyways, guys, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Good night. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the stream, and I will see all of you later. Goodbye, everyone.